GP.
What's good, everybody?
What's up, GP?
Hey, man, I ain't doing nothing, chilling, man. Big shot, Bob. What's happening, baby?
There he is.
Man, just loving life, brother. Loving life, man.
And that's
Where
all
you
we
at?
can do, man. Oh, I'm in LA right now.
Okay. You know,
Yeah.
I figure you in Seattle trying to get that team up and started, ready for next
Man, you know what?
season.
They about to let us do it, though, man. I hope in like the 3 years, so it's all good. But the NBA, you know, they tripping. They either they want an expansion team or they ain't letting nobody else leave from no other city. So shit, we in a bind. But this little hockey thing is about to start next season, so we should be cool. Once they get that going and see that we back in the arena, we should be all right. I think he's gonna let us have it.
They should.
Are you gonna make it at home?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be involved with the group that's really getting it done. I think Adam likes this group, and I've been talking with Adam a lot, so it's cool. So it'll be good.
Yeah. By the way, Gary's hosted a new podcast with Warren Sapp. Is it Bet Us?
That got to be a wild ass one.
Oh boy, we just got off. Boy, he a piece of work, boy.
Hey, you talking about a gift for gab? Warren Sapp has a gift for gab, boy. Hey, GP, no offense, but his gab might be better than yours, dog.
Oh no, it is. He be coming off the dome. I ain't gonna lie to you, Rob. Rob, he be off the dome coming with stuff, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I be like, yo, man, where did you even get all of that? You know what I'm saying? But he cold with it. He cold.
Hey, GP, just talk about how, a lot of people would say GP and Warren Sapp. How did that combination kind of come together for you all to kind of start a podcast? Talk about that.
Well, you know what? One of my guys, Kenyon Richard, you know what I'm saying? He's playing in the NFL. He been a big friend. Me and him been real close for a while. So, me and him do things. So I guess he took over the show. And all of a sudden he said he needs somebody that can cope with Warren. And he thought about me. Because, me and Warren go back and forth on it, man. So, he know I ain't gonna back down and he ain't gonna back down. So it's a good show because we both got a personality that's real fire. You know what I'm saying? And we go back at each other. And, but we keep it homeboy style. We boys. So it's good. It's fun and it's good. And I like it. I like going back at him and he going back at me. He knows the thing about football. He knows about basketball. I'm the same way because we know about sports. You know what I'm saying? And we watch sports. So, and we analyze sports. So it's a good thing. And I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, by the way, Bet Us Unfiltered, you get new episodes every Wednesday night on YouTube. So make sure you check that out. Now, before we started, I asked Rob how well he knew you and how kind of like what your relationship was. First thing is, we were heated rivals. We would go at each other. So I want to hear the war stories between the two of y'all.
Well, you know what? Me and Rob can't tell you about what we used to say. It's crazy.
No, hold on. First of all, what you and Vernon used to say. Let's get that right.
All right, yeah. Rob used to come in until the heat. Because Vernon used to have it heated up already that we was on 25,000. You know what I'm saying? And then Rob would say something I'll say something to Rob and Rob would come back. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't really like that with me and Rob. Rob was the quiet assassin. He would shoot. He would always just hit you with the big shot, and you would always want to push him after you get by and be like, "Damn, boy, you know what I'm saying? You always doing this to us and stuff like that." But me and Rob never got into it like that. Never. It wasn't never a heated moment like that. We would always used to just talk about casual, friendly stuff, And he was right. Yeah. It was very for me and Vern when he played for Houston, always going at it like that. With the Lakers, nobody. We were all buddies there, so. It was one of the things where San Antonio, he was just saying, because he was on the choir boy team during that time.
That was a true choir boy team. Yeah.
They was a choir boy team, so they wasn't really into all that. So, but with Houston, it was really Vernon Maxwell. But that's why me and Rob is so cool now, tight now, because the simple fact is we don't let no nonsense. We really mellow. Now I'm mellow in my days. That was basketball. That was just on the court. Yeah. That's what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Rob was just in Canada together. We had a great time, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And doing the things that we do. But it's just like a brotherhood now with me and him. You know, we cool like that when we see each other. We gip and gab, have us a drink, kick back like two grown men. You know what I'm saying? We too old for that now.
You know, the crazy part about it, GP, is like, you know, we all respected each other, but we went at each other. And I look at a lot of these guys now. I don't think they go at each other like they should. You know, they're all friends from AAU and hanging out in the summer times. And I can understand you living in the city and you hanging out. Like, you know, me and Derek McKee used to hang out because, you know, we had the Alabama connection, but we didn't hang out like these guys hang out because we wanted to kick your ass. And if we had to elbow you in the mouth, we elbow you in the mouth, we're going to move on, you know. And then after we retire, you're like, oh, yeah, you know, I respect it. You know, you hang out and you get to know each other because of all-star gigs and being ambassadors for the NBA. So, you know, that was the one thing about us, though. I was telling Rob this, that, man, Seattle was a beast of a team, man. And I had another show where I was talking about 3 teams that you always says, wow, you can't believe they didn't win a championship. And no offense, I said Seattle was one of those teams that you look back, you're like, damn, I can't believe they didn't win a championship, because the year y'all should have won it, though, I ain't gonna lie, it was the year y'all let Denver slide in and beat y'all, and we was able to win it. So I was thankful for that, though. Thankful for that.
Yeah, Rob is correct, because every time we played Houston, we used to give Houston problems. You know what I'm saying? We used to give them problems. And what I said, about what Rob just said, man, we didn't grow up with each other like that on that AAU crap, man. Yeah. It's like if me and Rob, we played against each other, and he was from another part of Oakland, man, I tell Rob, man, look at me. We ain't on team. I'm gonna beat your ass tonight, David. We'll talk about that tomorrow, dude. I ain't your partner right now. Yeah. You holler at me, man, when we get on the block, man. But right now, I'm about to get at your head, man. And I ain't on that. I ain't trying to be your partner right now, because you trying to get where I'm getting, and I'm trying to get where you get. We trying to get the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But it's so much you want to be homies. You want to have your girlfriends with each other, man. And y'all hanging out at each other's house, having cookouts and Taco Tuesdays and all that crap, man. I ain't on that, man. I ain't trying to do all that. I ain't doing that with you. That ain't gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? After the game, man, what's happening about it? You want to have a drink? Let's go ride with it. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna talk about the game. You know what I'm saying? I should have gotten your head during that time. But, you know, it's right, Rob. We ain't in that AAU crap. We didn't have that, so it is what it is.
Yeah, GP, you know, everybody knows that you are the master at trash talking. No one thinks GP, no one's better than GP when it comes to the gift of gab. And there's an art to that. Everybody can't do it. Everybody's not able. Just talk about, you know, where that came from when it came to you and the art that goes into getting under guys' skin when you're on the floor, when you're talking to them, because everybody can't do it.
Well, you know, that's true, you know, but growing up in the streets of Oakland, California, we going from block to block, man. We had to jump over gates to get to the playgrounds, to the concrete. And they used to have A5 waiting for us, and our 5 used to be coming. You know what I'm saying? So we had to talk trash. So if you're in their neighborhood, and you try to win, they're going to want to fight you. So you got to get down back at you. You know what I'm saying? And especially when you getting somebody and you start talking and you start seeing that affecting their game, and they start only paying attention to you, and they start being like, man, I'm trying to go at you, and they start messing up, and then they can't back it up, and you killing them. I'd be like, oh, I got something right here, because I'm going to get him so hot, he going to forget about these other folks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now we going to start winning the game, and that's where it came. And then my daddy used to do it all the time, too, man. He used to talk big trash. And he used to always tell me, boy, if you let anybody get at you, you better not bring your ass home, because you ain't coming up in here. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see it, because I'm going to slap you as soon as you get in the door. And I'll be like, man, I don't even want to deal with my pops like that, man. So I'm like, I'm going to do this and get out and get you 30 and have that other dude out of his game. And my daddy going to be like, yeah, that's what I taught you. Yeah. And that's just the way it came from. And you got to have an art at it, because if you take it personal, it's all bad. If somebody say something about my wife, okay, say something about your wife. Who cares, man? You was with her last night. You should have been. I was too. You know what I'm saying? I was with her too. She must have snuck out. You know what I'm saying? Let her sneak out. Came back in enough time. So it's all good.
GP, we know it's so many great ballers that come through the Oakland area. So you can't put yourself on this list now, because I know you probably number one. who are your top 5 Oakland Balls of all time? And I know, it's probably some, 6th man, some 7th man, but, this is just your list. Who you say, top 5?
Rob, that's a good one, man. I wouldn't have put myself number 1, though, Rob. I would have put myself number 2 because I would have to go with Bill Russell. Which people don't know, Bill Russell was from Oakland. He went to McClimon's High School out of Oakland. So that's where he grew up at. So I would say Bill Russell, Jason Kidd. Then I would come with Paul Silas. Everybody don't know Paul Silas was from there too.
Yeah.
And then you got that's gonna be a tough one. Isaiah Ryder. You know what I'm saying?
I thought he'd be on that list, yeah.
Yeah, you got Antonio Davis, you know what I'm saying? You got who else you got? You
Dame
got
Lillard?
I was gonna say what Dame?
No, Dame, I can't put Dame in there because he's too young. He's too young.
Okay,
He ain't finished basketball yet. But he is gonna be up top there by far. He gonna be in the top 3. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be that on the top 3 or the 4. You know what I mean? You forgot about Brian Shaw, who was the steady guy who Rob played with. Knock down shots. Him and Rob knocked down shots together. You know what I'm saying? I can't put Aaron Gordon on there. He's from right down from the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of guys who came out of there that's pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got to think about it. Bill Cartwright came from right down the street at Elkhart. You know, that was just right outside of Oakland, but that's in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? So it's a top. But if I say Big Shot Rob, I would say Bill Russell, Paul Silas, Jason Kidd, J.R. Ryder, and Antonio Davis or Brian Shaw. And then you always got to put the asterisk by Dame because he's not. He's still
playing.
Still playing. So I don't put him in that category.
I said that because we had this on the show the other day when I was on the jump. We was talking about the mecca of basketball. I'm like, people always say New York. I don't think they understand all the ballers that came out of Cali. And for me, when you talk about great basketball players, they all came out of Cali, man. And, I know you're going to purpose, well, Kareem came out of New York and all these but it's too many guys that came out of Cali. And I don't think Cali gets the recognition that they should.
And they should, Rob, because you think about how many people came out of L.A. That was big-time ballers, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you go right down our way in the northern part, man, over there. You know what I'm saying? It was some ballers. Even in nowadays, coming out of San Diego and all that Kawhi, Paul George. There's a lot of dudes that came out of the Cali area, man. That's nice. You know what I'm saying? And we can reckon with them Detroits, them New Yorks, all them Phillies, man. We can get out. We put a team together and we put it on there when we was in our day. We'd have gave anybody some run. You know what I'm saying? So I think the same way, Rob. Cali is a state that got to be reckoned with a lot of basketball players.
Yeah. Gary, we talked to Rob about this before because obviously he's got a great nickname, Big Shot Bob. Do you remember who gave you your nickname, the Glove?
I do. My cousin Glenn, his name is Glenn King. He's my first cousin. During the 1993 finals against Phoenix, when I was playing Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson was he was the number 1 point guard in the league that year, just coming off of averaging about 26 for the year. We play him in the championship game. We coming out, and I think this was after we lost to Denver the next following year against, that's when Charles Barkley and them was on the team and they went and played Jordan and them in the finals. I locked Kevin up. He only averaged like 12, 13 points in the whole series.
Dang.
I was on him something tough. And my cousin called me on the phone, glove. Like, man, I don't know who you talking to. Click, hung up the phone. You know what I'm saying? So he called me right back. And, we don't have no caller ID during this time. This is a long time ago. So I don't know who he is. So he's like, cuz, it's me. Man, me and my frat boys over here, man, we just nicknamed you the Glove because you got Kevin Johnson in a baseball, like a baseball in a mitt. And so wrapped so tight that they grabbed it and it's on there. And I was like, man, that's pretty damn good. You know what I mean? Then we took it to the NBA and we started marketing and it became my nickname, man. And it's been ever since.
That's funny.
And had one of the best shoes that Nike has ever done.
My man, appreciate it.
Hey, there's a lot of shoes out there, and I'm not just saying this because you're on the cast right now, but your shoe was so cool, man. You could unzip it and it'll fold over like that. It had that. When you talk about swagger, the glove shoe had the first swag to me. Everybody had colors, but he had swag.
yeah. And you know what, Rob? That's what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. When Nike came at me with the shoe, they wanted to say, man, let's make something of you, the glove. Mm-hmm. So I said, man, let's just make it like we putting a glove on the hand. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And make it like it's fitting your foot like a glove, like you putting on a sleeve. And when they did that, what came about was because I didn't tape. And I only wore socks. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't tape either. I don't want you to mess up your ankles. So they came with the thing called the monkey paw. That little thing that you see when they flip down the little thing. Uh-huh. It's called the monkey paw. With a technology like that. So I said, okay, if that's going to grip my foot while I lace it and protect me, let's make it colorful because these kids are going to want to fold that thing down and do the stuff. And that's what they were thinking. So that's why they made it fold down. You know what I'm saying? And when we start folding it down and putting different colors on the monkey paw, it became a thing. Just like this the other day, I got a lot of messages today and yesterday about my shoe. Like you just mentioned, Rob, they had it all folded down and all this. And then my son just posted, he was playing in the game the other day. His folded down and it was the Oregon State colors. And I was like, man, I forgot all about all them shoes. So yeah, that was a swag shoe, and I wanted to be a swag. Yeah,
that was one of the first shoes that be like, man, I gotta get me a pair of those. But no offense, I never owned a pair when I was playing against you because I couldn't. You can't wear another guy's shoe. You can't wear that damn glove shoe. I'm gonna try to kick his ass. I can't wear his shoe. But yeah.
Hey, Robin, I did this. I was. You remember when I came to the Lakers and I came to Boston? I was in Jordan. I regretted it so much, man. But he came to me, man, and he said, man, we're going to pay you a lot of money for you and Jay Kidd to do this. And I couldn't turn that bread down. I said,
no, you can't do that, dog.
Let me take this paper, man. I can do it for 2 years, man. So, I understand that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's weird now. That's how it was with guys. Is guys, you get a shoe. Oh, this is nice. And you look on. Oh shit! Hell no! I ain't wearing this shoe. Back in the day, guys wouldn't wear nobody's shoes. Like you might rock them while you wearing in the summertime or something. But if you stepping on that court and the TV camera can catch you, oh hell no! I ain't wearing this shoe.
They gonna be like, he representing. No, I ain't. No, I ain't.
See, y'all, it's so many things that's old school that y'all don't know about Rob and B, man. That the guys we just wouldn't do, man, because we just had a pride and we just wanted to stick with our team. We want to do what was best for our careers and try to, brand ourselves. We weren't trying to brand anybody else with our brand. So it was rough and tough.
Right, it was.
Hey, GP, who's your defensive player of the year this season? Have you watching much basketball in the league as much?
Yeah, I watch it. I watch bits and pieces of it.
Okay.
To me, man, you got to go back with Gobert. He blocking so many shots, too many things. He's altering a lot of stuff. Utah's the number one team in the NBA right now, on top of the mountain. You look at that team, how he really changes a lot of shots.
Yes.
At times I don't be on with him. All the other times I ain't been with him about making it crying about he needed to be a defensive player of the year. Oh, they robbed me. No, he wasn't that good this year.
Yeah.
But this year, I think he's good. I think I've been watching him and the way he alters shots and people go up and try to challenge him and he's blocking a lot of shots and their defense is very good with him because the players on the top know that they can make a mistake and he's back there to beat it up. So I think he's been doing a great job of all this. If Ben Simmons wouldn't have got hurt, he was starting to get it at being 6'10" so long and can defense of them small guards up there and block shots on threes when they move and all that crap and then getting by and beating it up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if he would have got hurt, he was right there for it too.
You know who I also would have thrown in that, and he doesn't get talked about, like was Miles Turner and with the Pacers. people forget that he's been playing. I know they suck as a team. They're not top, but I was like, man, why is he getting enough love, man? Because he was averaging like 3 blocks at one point. He was averaging more blocks than Gobert, but he was getting no love. And that shows you right there the power of winning. The power of winning plays a deal with everything. And he's not winning, so he doesn't get talked with Gobert, but he's out for the season now. So that's out the window.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite to win it all? Who you got winning it all?
You know what, B? That's a big question, man. To me, man, whoever's playing well in the playoffs and they got more of a unity. It's just like what Miami did last year. They were playing really well and got to the Eastern Conference Finals, but then ran into the Lakers. It's no favor. That's paper to me. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn was building up. Aldridge fools around and gets sick, and then he got to leave. You know, then Kyrie and Harden and KD is out every now and then. They spurts in here and there. The Lakers then was the team. They was number one for a long time, and then all of a sudden AD gets hurt. Then LeBron gets hurt, and now they're in the 5th or 6th spot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, the team that I like, but I don't know if I don't think they're going to win a championship, is Phoenix. I love the young team where they're playing and what CP has done to come in there and lead that basketball team. They needed a leader, and he is a leader to get Booker to be the basketball player he is now. Aiden, just let him do what he does. He's just a big man to stay underneath the bucket, do what you do, don't shoot jumpers and all that over there. I thought Philly was going to be something, but I don't know what they missing every year. They just missing something. Boston is missing something. But I think Brooklyn's going to come out of there. And I still think the Lakers. I really, really think the Lakers. Once these two dudes get back, AD is back, and LeBron is coming back sometime in the next couple of days. Once they get their feet back under them, and that boy, the King, he done been there 10 times in a row, I still think he got it. I still think he got it. You know what I'm saying? His body is you think of him and look at him and say, man, what does it take for him to get old? And I don't know what it's going to take for him to get old because he don't show it. So, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think when he gets in the playoffs, he's a different dude. He does things different. He makes things happen. His teammates start to play different, and they win games. So I still think I would love to see the Lakers and Brooklyn in it and see what happens.
Yeah, I think that LeBron and Tom Brady made the same deal with the devil because those guys just don't look like they're ever aging anymore.
Ever.
And Tom Brady will be playing football when he's 55. We're gonna be like, no, he's a young man. He's got a lot of.
But Rob, you know he's crazy. Smart. Yeah. He don't never go nowhere. He just like Phil Jackson. He don't take jobs without superstars. He got an O-line, man, that keep him from getting hit. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. You always around an O-line that keep you from getting hit, you gonna win because he gonna sit back there, and if you don't put pressure on him, he gonna pick your ass apart.
He's a master.
And he good like that. Yeah. So that's what he does.
Yeah. And when you got a guy over there that's 6'5", can go up and get anything you throw to him, it's just there's receivers. And then they just trying Antonio Brown back today too.
Yeah,
so
they
got everything back, man.
Be a year.
But you know, hey, Rob, this is the first time a team that won a Super Bowl since the Raiders came back and signed their whole entire team back.
Yes.
You usually have a mix-up and somebody new come in. They sign their whole team back saying, like, look, we got too much. You know what I'm saying? So we straight. You know, so that was pretty good.
Yeah,
that's a sign of a great front office. That's a great front office because, you know, in our day and age, the front office would be like, oh, we just won a championship. I don't want you anymore. Swipe left, swipe right, whatever it is. And they move on. But big ups to a team that says, you know what, we won with you. We're going to try it again. And that's why I always respect with teams like Utah, all these teams that was always right there in the finals and never got a chance to win it. But you know what? We got there. Let's run it back. They don't look for the new and best thing. So
Right.
We're gonna bounce. We gotta cut Rob loose. He's got to go run on us and go do some TV. He's gonna big time our ass.
Hey, hold on. Hey,
That's
I
all
gotta
good.
pay the bills,
Yeah.
man. I gotta pay the bills.
Dude, go do it. Ain't gotta be hanging out with us. I mean, come on, go.
But
get
hey,
paid.
I love hanging out with you guys. So
All right. Well, listen, Gary and Warren Sapp, Bet Us Unfiltered, new episodes Wednesday nights on YouTube. Make sure you check it out.
Hey, and
Gary,
GP,
we love you, man. We appreciate
If you ever need me, man,
Appreciate
to
it.
come on your show, let me know. I love to, come on there and shoot the shit. with you
Always,
guys.
man. Always, Rob. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna hook that up for the next week or so.
All
so
right.
you come on there, man. We can talk some basketball, talk some stuff, man. Talk about the things you did and stuff. So I'm gonna hook that up next week.
I just want to just talk with Warren Sapp about, the greatest football university ever, not Miami, but the Crimson Tide.
We are back on this. Every
Hey, it's
day-
a great topic, right? I already got the topic for you.
I'm sure gonna hook this up, man, next week, man. I gotta have you on next week.
All right.
When you come at him with that one, I want to see what he do, man. 'Cause he gonna go crazy.
what you talking about, Rob? Hold on.
Yeah,
All right, Glove. We appreciate
All right,
it.
you guys.
Thank you,
Peace,
GP.
man.
All right,
Man,
man.
appreciate it, brother. Much love. Stay
Yep,
safe.
No problem.
All right.
Yep,
Yeah,
you too.